When I was a teenager, I was a tomboy. I was skinny as a beanpole. I had no breasts. All my friends were developing these womanly figures, and I was climbing rope. And I was just skinny. And I had all this self-deprecatory humor about it. Like when I was in the Nordstrom's dressing room trying on bras when I was about 30 with my mom, when they brought out an A instead of a double A, I said, oh my God, this is like reason for celebration. Let's get it like a, let's just have a drink. This is great. So, so I was just skinny and jock. And so, it was very funny until a couple of years ago when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And then it wasn't funny anymore at all. I was devastated. I felt vulnerable. I was scared as can be. The womanhood that you have is about to be very much rearranged, and it's scary, and you just really don't know how the outcome is going to be. So, I'm a mosaic artist. I've been working with Venetian glass mosaic for 20 years. And I found out about this event called Art Bra Austin. And it's been going on for 10 years, and they take cancer survivors, and they have artists make these decked out bras. They put them on regular people, cancer survivors, and they get them on a very big, bright runway in front of 850 people, and they raise a lot of money for the Breast Cancer Resource Center. So a good friend of mine, who is seeing that I was in this kind of powerless and vulnerable state, going through treatment and surgeries and all this stuff, says, would you like to be our model? She's an internationally known mosaic artist, and she says, would you like to be our model and model a bra? I said, hell no. I was like, no, hell no, I'm not a model. But, it was kind of an honor, and they did make these really expensive bras that sold for like thousands of dollars, so I said, well, maybe I could do that. So I said, well, there's one thing, and that is I'd like to have a little bit of say of the bra that I'm going to wear because, after all, I have to do this in front of like almost 1,000 people. So we put our heads together and we started to think about, like, what kind of bra am I going to wear in a runway? Like, what am I going to do? So I don't know, I walked around for weeks thinking, I don't know, it's got to be good. The stakes were high. People know me as a mosaic artist. I can't do something mediocre. And so one day I went into a chandelier shop to buy some chain, and there it was. There was this round, little, beautiful prism, and it was full of sparkly, and I said, oh my God, that's it. I just want to cover my body in chandelier. I just want to be a chandelier. But, it was kind of a tricky design thing. Like, how do you make that work? Like, it's one thing to think about it. So so I needed about 50 of these things. And I got on the internet because there weren't any more in town, and I sent an email out all over the universe, and nobody knew anything about how to get any more of these, except for one guy in Queens. Everybody else says, I have no idea. What do you want these things for? Never seen it. I don't know. Good luck. But Matty Santoro says, well, of course. That's a 1930s antique high lead content Czech prism. And it was made for a particular kind of chandelier that did not enjoy much retail success. You probably won't find them. Best of luck to you, Matthew Santoro. I said, oh my God, that was very scholarly. He had all kinds of information. So I called him the next day and I said, who are you? He says, well, I'm a chandelier historian. I said, oh my God. This is great. So now the art bra artist has now met a chandelier historian. I said, that sounds like progress. So he says, you making a light fixture? I said, no, I'm making a chandelier bra. And he goes, a bra? I said, yeah, a bra. He goes, really? That's interesting. I said, yeah, it's a fundraiser for the Breast Cancer Resource Center, and I'm a cancer survivor, and I'm going to wear this on a runway in front of 900 people. He goes, do you need any Swarovski crystals? I said, of course. Like, who doesn't need a bunch of Swarovski crystals? Of course I do. She says, well, I will give you whatever you need. I've been in business for 50 years. I have an entire store full of chandelier, prisms and crystals. Just tell me what you need and I'll send it to you. I said, seriously? So that's what happened. We made friends. We became friends on Facebook. We laughed all the time. And 3 weeks go by and I see that he's really wonderful and generous, but he's kind of disorganized. So I called him again and I said, how about those graduated octagons that we talked about? And he said, you know, why don't you just get on a plane and come here and we'll do a chandelier workshop for 3 days and I'll teach you everything you need to know about making your chandelier bra and we can collaborate. I said, oh my God, this is great. So I did. So I got in a plane and I did. I said, I got to go. I mean, who's not going to do this? So so I went and I got a hotel in Queens. My sister's in New York City. She thinks I'm a total nut. Like, what are you doing? And I did. I went to his shop and I met him face to face. And we sat down right away and he looked at it and he says, well, this is a very tricky design. I mean, this is guys designed the chandeliers for European castles, and now he's looking at this very carefully. And so for 3 days, I sat there, and he hauled out his treasures. You wouldn't believe the chandelier pieces, big, huge things, the round things that I have, prisms, and we draped my entire body in about $1,500 worth of crystals, Swarovski and otherwise, antique crystals. So anyway, we make our bra. And now here it is, June 3rd, and now I have to wear this thing. Like, now I really have to get on a stage. It's like, oh my God, what have I gotten myself into? I can't believe I have to do this. But I did. So, lights, camera, action. It's hair, it's makeup, it's shoes, it's heels, it's learning how to walk, and now all of a sudden I'm a model. It's like, oh my God, seriously. So, the date comes, June 3rd, and here we are with a big, huge, illuminated runway. And it's my turn, and I have to go out, and the auction begins, and the auctioneer says, okay, here we have it, $1,000. Okay, how's this going? It's kind of a lull. I'm a little worried. Anyway, before you know it, it's $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. It sells to a plastic surgeon for $8,000, and that was the story of the chandelier bra. Now, I was told by the guys in the front row that watching me parade around in a chandelier bra was kind of a treat.